Okay, so I'm not sure if you can see that. That's where the water's been dripping through the ceiling. So this is what prompted me to start this bathroom renovation a little bit sooner than I had planned. I'm still not 100% sure if it's on the supply side or the drain. I thought it was on the drain side, but last night it started dripping in the middle of the night. So I don't know if it's residual from the drain or pressure. So I've got all the water isolated right now. So there's the damage there a little bit. Not horrible, but got to get this dealt with before it gets worse. Okay, well, let's progress. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do now, I'm going to start peeling up this vinyl, see what's underneath. I'm not sure if we're going to be dealing with plywood or planks, maybe a combination. Maybe there's more than one layer of flooring. Not sure. But I have to get at the floor. First and foremost, before I buy any other products, I have to find this leak. Okay, here we go. Okay, well, 2 minutes into it, I can see that there's 2 layers of flooring. So it's not a typical reno unless you come across several layers, including some good old 90s peel and stick. But I see some more modern OSB there and some older stuff besides. So it's going to be maybe a little bit of a mess, but let's hack this up. Let's get this out of here. Coming up pretty easy, which is half the battle. All right, let me get this rolled up, get this out of here, see what we discover. Okay, so I started peeling the OSB. So underneath is the old hardwood or the old plank floor. And in one section there was quite a bit of rot, so I can see that they used a lot of floor leveler for filling. But, you know, that's no good. So I've got to peel all this out. I mean, there's quite a bit. I mean, look how thick this is. Yeah, all cement floor leveler. I mean, I'm not opposed to using floor leveler, and I probably will because there's such a dip. But, you know, before I do any of that, all this, I can see there's a lot of rot here. These planks are, yeah, okay. So this is going to be a little bit more than just a cosmetic. But anyway, got to keep digging. Got to bring this down to a bare surface. So I've got a couple of hours this afternoon. Let's plug away. Let's get this plywood up. Let's open up this floor. See what we get. All right. Okay, so I'm about an hour into it. I've got all the plywood and 2 layers of vinyl peeled up. And what I have underneath is hardwood floors. Now, around the wet areas, this stuff is pretty rotted. So, but it looks like there's a complete full set of planks underneath. So it looks like the planks underneath would be 3/4, and then this hardwood floor would be 3/4. So I don't know at this point if I'm going to remove all of this, but I do have to get down here to the drain. So, and this is rotted, so there's no point trying to hang on to this. So I'm just going to go a little bit at a time and try to lift some of this out. Of course, around the wet areas is most prone to it. And the nails are rusty, but they're still in there pretty good. So let's see if I can do a little bit of this one-handed. So I don't have my tripod yet, but I think I'm getting one for Christmas. So it should make the video quality a little bit better. Well, anything would be better than my video quality, but anyway. Oh yeah, look at it. There's like a gigantic hole there. And also, you know, there's some big gaps here. Oh my gosh. The mice have a field day here. Now over here, just on the opposite side, I found these 2 perfectly drilled holes. So, and someone attempted to plug this one with a wooden dowel. It even looks like it's hand shaved, like with an axe or with a knife. But now I don't know what. Maybe at some point maybe there would have been old cast iron radiators. Maybe that's the only thing I can think of. I would assume that this had always been the bathroom. So would there have been cast iron? I think there's an old cast iron boiler in the basement that's concealed in a box. So one day I plan on opening that up, but maybe this was all part and parcel with the heating system at one time. I'm not sure. But anyway, I need to keep lifting these rotten boards out. No sense hanging on to rotten wood. Rotten wood will do nothing for you, especially when you got a heavy cast iron tub full of water and a person sitting in it. So you got to make this strong. Yeah. There's a nail there. Yeah. Oh, it's the, what do you call those nails? The, not cut nails or angled nails. Anyway, they're not the round nails. They're these ones. So you know that this is original. I can take one out. I don't know. I'm not an expert archaeologist, but anyway, this is some old stuff here. Hopefully, I don't come into too many nasty surprises. And the more I dig, the more it looks like I'm going to have to completely re-support this toilet flange here and that. So, yeah, so this is more than a cosmetic, but, you know, we've got things opened up. And now we just got to keep moving forward. Hopefully we can make sense of this all. Okay, I'm going to put the camera down. I'll lift a few of these boards. All right. Okay, well, this whole floor is coming up pretty easy. It's pretty rough. I don't think it's too bad along here, but where the wet area was, it's been hacked upon hack. And, well, I did find my leak. My leak was on the supply side, right here. Hot water line, right there. Going to the hot water tap here. As soon as I touched it, the fitting came apart, just like that. So that's where this was a catastrophe waiting to happen. I'm lucky it was only just a little tiny leak, because it could have completely let go and pretty much ruined my new kitchen. So I'm going to keep clearing this out. I'm going to have to, I got to put my water back on the house here, so I'm going to have to cap this one off. And yeah, or maybe I'll cap it off back here. You see, that's where my new plumbing comes in. I did that earlier in the year when I was doing the kitchen. That's when I was working in the ceiling. Anyway, leak has been found. We're going to cap this off. I'm going to keep pulling these boards. I'm going to clean this out. And then maybe we'll do a little bit of measuring, a little bit of figuring. Now that we've come this far, maybe that could be pushed into this wall. I really don't like how this, 2x6 or whatever, 2x8 was hacked. But I mean, what can you do? That's what they did when they, I don't know. Maybe that's how they did it, and that's what they did. Anyway, we're going to have to live with it. Maybe we'll push that in there. I'm going to come back with some flexible plumbing. I don't know how all this is going to work. I might have to cut this off and start from scratch. Otherwise, how would I get plywood to fit all in there? I'm not sure. That's going to be the hard part. Okay. Leak has been found. The area is pretty much cleared. I probably got about another half hour's worth of work to clear this up, get this junk out of here. And we'll start on the next phase, figuring out what to do. Okay. So we're just going to take a look at my the vanity I bought for the upstairs bathroom. It's a very tiny one, obviously, because I don't have the space up there, unfortunately. It's the Silverin, and there it is there. That's the skew and all that. Very small vanity, but I've had this for a few months, actually. I bought this a while back. But what I actually forgot that I had went with the beadboard detail. So, I'm still going through my head what I want to do. Do I want to beadboard the walls or the ceiling? Either or, maybe both, maybe none. So So now I'm going to have a beadboard vanity, which, I mean, it's not very big, but it'll be something like this. And I don't know, like I was thinking, the last thought in my head is that I would beadboard the walls and maybe leave the ceiling smooth, so it wouldn't be overkill. But now I'm wondering if it might be too much of one good thing. And the beadboard is very skinny. And the beadboard style that I like using is what I've used here in my bathroom on my ceiling. This is my downstairs bathroom. And it's this beadboard style that looks like this. I've showed this before. So it's a wider plank. It's also the same kind of beadboard detail that I did in my sunroom, my little sunroom conversion when I lofted the ceiling. Very inexpensive, very thin, but it's real wood. It goes up nice and easy. So I'm interested in this, but I don't know. Hi, Willow. Willow says hi. So I don't know if the two might clash together. I'm not sure now. I actually forgot that I bought this style. I thought I bought the smooth doors. But anyway, I mainly opened this package today just to see what the requirements were for the plumbing. I'm going to work on the plumbing today. And yeah, I definitely don't want the plumbing coming up through the floor like it's set up upstairs, because it would be all visible. I'm going to have to make that come in through the wall and back out this way, I think. I think that is going to be the plan. Maybe I'll assemble this little vanity first just to make sure. Yeah, okay. Gonna leave this here for now. Okay, well, here's the vanity. Nothing to really write home about. Just a very small vanity. Again, very limited to the size of the bathroom. But I got this, comes with this funky little bowl, which I thought was kind of neat. Kind of sit on the side there, and the spout will go this way. So that's going to be that. So now I'm going to jump back upstairs. I basically put this together just to give myself a tentative idea as to where the plumbing would go. And yeah, I think I'm going to go upstairs now and jump into some plumbing. All right. Okay, so I just cut out all the old plumbing. That's where the leak was on the supply side in the old copper. So there's my cold and hot. It's going to be tough to get the crimping tool in there to put a union on there, but if I can, I'll just simply loop this around and make this come out to here somewhere. So I've decided I'm going to run all new lines. I'm not going to trust this old copper. This is what gave me all the grief. So copper's gone. I'm going to be putting in this PEX. And let's see if I can get the crimping tool down in that hole. Otherwise, gosh, I don't know how I'm going to do that. But I got to get a union in there. And I got to get two pieces. I got to put a T. So I'm going to be going up here for the toilet on the cold. And then the cold's going to come around here. One supply for the tub. And then it's going to continue on here for the cold supply to the sink. So I got my work cut out here, mostly because of spacing, but let's see if I can make this union up. Okay, well, it's a couple of hours later, maybe more like 3 hours, because I did have to run back out to the hardware store, of course. I had to run back out and get some more of these fittings. But what I did, like I said, I got all the old copper out, and I replaced everything with this PEX plumbing. So I was able to get my crimping tool down in here. I did the upper one. That was no problem. But for the one that splits for the T, there's a T here on the cold water. And so that's the cold water coming from upstairs. It feeds the toilet. And it comes around, feeds the tub on the cold side. and it goes all the way and feeds the cold water line. But anyway, for this, for that union there, I use the, they call them shark bites or whatever. It's just you just push the pipe in, it locks in place. These are not cheap. They're about $13 a piece. But for the sake of making my life easy, I just simply push that on, push this one on, push this one in. And then I used all the other regular connections for the rest of the plumbing. So we've got the toilet. We've got the hot and cold for the tub. Right now this is just kind of tentative, so I've just, these can be moved around, so depending on my alignment and stuff. For now, they're in the general vicinity of where they should be, and I've got everything capped off. And I got the water back on, so no leaks, so that's good. Then the hot and cold kind of meanders in through here. And I've made, like I said, I didn't want anything coming through the floor, so I'm going to make everything come through this wall. So my hot and cold are already here. Tentatively, again, they're not fastened or nothing because I'm not quite there yet. But the pressure's on. I got some isolation valves on there. And I've lengthened my my waste pipe, and I've put the 90-degree elbow, and then I'm just going to put another piece of this stuff here. I'm going to make this come all the way up and then back out this way. So for now, and these obviously are going to come out. These are going to come out on a 90, and the valves will be out here somewhere. But for now, I just wanted to have everything capped off and put my water back on so we keep living. So I got this done. I was hoping to get a little bit more done. I want to rerun this. There's a few things I want to do electric-wise. The GFI is in this shielded cable, which is okay, but I want to tuck that in the wall, and I want to somehow bring that back to where it was, somewhere over here, around the vicinity of the sink. So that is left to do. That red wire down there was for the old electrical baseboard. So I don't like that style of baseboard, electrical baseboard heater. So, and this wire, if you watched any of my previous videos, had a pretty good fray down by the kitchen where it goes to the floor to the basement. So that's why I never boxed in the pipe downstairs. This wire has to be pulled back downstairs and a new wire pulled back up. But it's going to be heat. And what I want to do is I've got one of these types of heaters. It's one of these wall-mounted with the built-in thermostat with the switch. So this is what I want to go with. Now this heater is only a 110. It's not a 220. So it's okay. I need to push that back down anyway and run a new wire up and hopefully make it go all the way around here. And I'm thinking I'd like to have my heater over here. I'm not sure if that makes any sense or not. Seems to be kind of the best spot that I can see. I'm going to try to stay away from the wet area over here. I could put it here, but I think I would rather it over here, pointing this way in the room. So somewhere there in the wall. Now, of course, this wall cavity, for whatever reason, this wall cavity is, I think this is a 2x4 laid on its side. So this is very, very, very shallow. And in fact, it's just a little bit too narrow for this because I want this embedded. I want this. But anyway, maybe we'll figure something out. Maybe build it up with a little bit of trim. Or if I do come back with the 1/4-inch drywall or the beadboard or whatever I do, that'll bring this out. So it might be just enough. The other electrical thing I want to do is I want to install a ceiling fan. Not a ceiling fan. Why do I keep saying ceiling fan? My gosh. I want to install a bathroom exhaust fan. And I kind of paid up a little bit for this one. This was $169. It has a big LED light. And I want to mount this on the wall. It's pretty big. It's bigger than the last fan I installed was it was one of those $25 ones, those little noisemakers. But I thought I wanted something a little better up here, since this is just a little room and we're not spending too much money, so we could spend a little bit more on this. And my idea is to put this over here. Hopefully, it's kind of hard to see there. Between this pipe and the wall, I want to embed this, and I'd like to have it go outside through the cavity and out through the soffit. If that's doable, I think it is. So that's my idea for now, which means, and I would like to have this because it's such a small room and this is a shower room. I'm going to wire this so that the fan comes on with the light. I don't know if that's proper or not, but that's just gonna ensure that nobody has a half-hour long shower here and not turn the fan on. So the old light fixture will be replaced. I do have an Ikea light to go in this place, and I've cut a trench where I'm going to join the electrical onto this pancake box, and hopefully up through here, and run all this over to my fan. Now this is all just tentative. When I dug all this mess up, of course, I realized that there's some more of my ribbon joist that's not insulated. So I picked up a bundle of insulation today. So I'll throw a little bit in there. May as well while it's open. And I got a little hole poked over here. And of course, if you watch any of my previous videos, you'll see that we had the house completely insulated with the blown in. But I see a bare cavity here, so we'll probably address that since we've come this far. That's where I'm at. That's pretty much going to be it for now until I jump into the electrical. The old plumbing's gone. All right. Moving along.